Hello, guys. Oh, I forgot to close my closet door. It's Becca. And we are here with Rocking with Becca. Excuse the way I look, guys. I just combed my hair out, pulled it back, and put a scrunchie in it. It's just hanging down my back. And I kind of pulled it loose so it wouldn't look like I was... where it wouldn't look like I was skint. But anyway, we are here with Rocking with Becca, and we have this sweet little girl. She is Lovey, is her Paradise Gallery's name. And she's my little Marlena, and I can't remember her middle name. I forgot to look before I sat down. She's my little Marlena, and she's dressed in her original outfit. This is what she comes in from Paradise Galleries. We combed her hair and got her little waves and curls all fixed. Look at that beautiful hair. Isn't that just gorgeous? She's adorable. Mama's little Marlena. Yeah. Well, I was debating on whether to do Rocking with Becca today because I have quite a few videos I'm hoping to get up. Now, some of them, mind you, will be scheduled for different days. But some of them, and I don't know that I'll get them all done because doing a video wears me out. But I debated on whether to do Rocking with Becca since I had so many other things I was wanting to do. But then I decided, no, I was going to go ahead and do Rocking with Becca. And maybe we just won't make it as long. But guys, don't hold your breath. You know how I am with my videos. Don't hold your breath. But I thought, well, maybe I could, I'm trying to get settled, guys, sorry. For some reason, I'm just not comfortable today. I don't know. I thought I'd try to make it shorter since I had so many things going on. So many videos I wanted to make. But, anyway, I said, no, I'd come on and say a little bit. So here we are. Don't know how short it'll be, but here we are. And I had a pretty rough couple of days. Let's see, what's today? Saturday, Thursday. Thursday was horrible. Oh my goodness. Fibro kicked in and I was totally miserable, guys. I was totally miserable. I was exhausted. I was in pain. And as the day progressed, it got worse. By nighttime, Thursday night, oh, I was almost in tears. I couldn't hardly, when I got up to stand up, I couldn't hardly walk for the first, few seconds. And then it didn't get a whole lot better, but at least it got where I could walk. I mean, I was just miserable. I was hurting and exhausted, and it was horrible. Now, yesterday was a better day until yesterday afternoon. Started in the late afternoon, and by the time I went to bed, I was in a bad shape again. Fibro will do that to you. You can wake up feeling good, and the next 30 minutes be feeling so bad you can't hardly make it. Or it could be the other way around. You could wake up feeling horrible, and in the next 30 minutes, all of a sudden, you're feeling good. It's weird. It's really weird. And, no, baby, get on your bed. Mama's doing a video. Come on. Come on. Get up there. Come on. Get up here. Get up here. Well, then go back in there with Daddy. She was in there with Daddy. And I didn't close the door all the way because I figured if I did, she would be scratching on it. And I didn't want her to scratch it all up. So it was just pushed to but not latched. And so she pushed on it and opened it up. Now she's in here with me. We'll see how it goes. She's getting on her beanbag. But anyway, yeah, I was not trying to give TMI, but if you know anything about fibromyalgia, along with it, you get IBS. And so that was the situation last night. And it was making me sick at my stomach, and I was just not feeling well at all. And I was just, when I laid down, I was so glad to get in the bed. I felt so bad. And that's unusual for me because I usually don't like to go to bed. Lacey, get up here. Get up here. Get up here. Come on. I'm usually, which we did stay up kind of, our regular time. It was around 11 before we got up to go to bed, maybe even after that. We're night owls. And, it was still around that time, but I had been dozing off in my chair. And that's something I don't do real often. I have to just really have a, bad case of fibro to do that. And I was doing that last night. I was dozing off in my chair. So I was so glad when, I decided, okay, I'm going to bed. And I went and got into bed and stretched out. Wasn't too long. Well, I say it wasn't too long, yeah. I kind of had a hard time going to sleep last night. And, since the doctor prescribed me Remron, I usually sleep pretty well and go to sleep pretty fast once I lay down. And, but last night, I guess it's because I was hurting and sick at my stomach. I don't know. I just didn't go to sleep real fast. But I finally went to sleep and had, the rest of the night after I went to sleep, I slept good and woke up feeling, well, I never know how I'm really feeling when I first get up. My husband, he says he don't feel good when he gets up, but he's always been the type of person that he jumps up out of the bed. He's ready to get dressed and he gets started early. I've slowed him down a little bit because I tell him I like for him to sit here and talk with me some in the living room, and before he jumps up and goes outside doing things. But I'm not that kind of person. I don't care if I'm going to end up feeling good. I don't feel good when I first get up, and I can't just jump up and get dressed and get on. It's almost impossible. I just can't. So anyway, after I got up and drank my first cup of coffee, I realized, that today was going to be a little better, starting out. Now, what I'll feel like in an hour from now, I don't know. But right now, I'm feeling pretty good right now. So we're going to see how that goes the rest of the day. And hopefully I'll be able to do all the things I'm wanting to do today, all the different videos. Like I said, I'm going to make one that's going to go up tomorrow, and I have, I know one more I want to put up today. I don't know, we'll see what else is going on. Might be 2 more I want to put up today if I can get them done. But anyway, like I said, I don't think I'm going to be as long as I normally am. But I did want to talk about a topic, or yeah, I guess you'd call it a topic, but it's also something that is going on in the reborn community right now. And I'm totally sure that you all have already heard of it. Probably tired of it by now. I started to do a video earlier the week, but decided I'd wait and talk about it at Rocking with Becca. And I was actually, the day I was going to put it up, I pulled up a video about it, someone talking about it, and they pretty much covered what I was going to say about it. But I thought I'd go ahead and talk about it on Rocking with Becca, so, you know, if someone is not subscribed to that person, maybe they hadn't seen that video, and I thought I'd talk about it a little bit today. But it's about the World Expo doll show, if that's the name of it. I'm going to try to find it and put it in the title, the name of the doll show. I'll try to have it in the title. But I wanted to talk about that situation. I've heard that, now I don't go to doll shows, so, you know, I'm not dealing with all of this type stuff because I don't go to doll shows, because I don't go nowhere. I would love to go to a doll show. I don't know if my body and my anxiety could handle it, but I would love to go. I'd love to have the opportunity to go to a doll show. But it wouldn't be this one now. Wouldn't be this one now. Anyway, it is, I've heard that, and I don't know anything for facts. I've just heard what people have said. But I heard that they had a Facebook group, and it wasn't like where you share your dolls. It was a group that only people that goes to that doll show was in the group, and it was just for information. You know, to tell when the doll shows was going to be, and where it's located, and what times, you know, all the information of the doll show. Well, I heard that they were 3 or 4 people banned from that group because they had replica dolls. And I call them replicas. I don't like the term knockoffs or fakes. I call them replicas. And I heard that one person was banned because she was associated with the people, or with at least one of the people that had replicas. She does not have replicas. This one person I'm talking about does not have replicas in her collection. She only has authentic reborns and authentic factory dolls like Ashton Drake or Paradise Galleries or whatever, Lee Middleton, you know, authentic factory made dolls. So I've heard about that, and I thought, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that they're doing this. So needless to say, because those people were banned from the Facebook group, they're not going to the doll show, which in the rules it says, or it said, they've changed it. I've heard that they've changed it since all this come up, but in the rules it said, at the beginning it said that anyone with replicas would be removed from the show. Now, they already removed them from the Facebook group because they owned replicas. And you would think, that that would mean if you brought a replica to the doll show, you would be removed, which would be understandable because it is authentic reborn doll show. And none of those ladies would have taken a replica to the doll show, but they were banned from the Facebook group because they owned it or were associated with someone that owned a replica. And so needless to say, they're not going to the doll show. And it blew my mind that people would do that. Like I said, it's understandable if someone brought a replica to the doll show, but no one's going to do that. But to ban them just because they own a replica, they haven't even gotten to the doll show yet to know if they was going to bring a replica, which they wouldn't have. I couldn't believe it. It just blew my mind. So, all of that, I'm not going to linger real long on that part of it. But my question and what I was talking about, that I had pulled up a video, and the lady had, I'm not giving any names, guys, any channels or any, I'm just talking from what I have seen and heard and my viewpoint. So I'm not giving anyone's names that's involved in this. You probably already know. If you watch YouTube, you probably already know. But the question that I was going to address in this situation, and like I said, I pulled up that video before, and is why I didn't just go ahead and do my video earlier the week. But the question I have is, I support the artist that reborns these authentic kits. I support them. And therefore, supporting the artist that paints them, you're supporting the sculpt artist because you're purchasing their kits. And I love my authentic reborns. I love them. Although I love my Paradise and Ashton Drake dolls, I love the reborns because they are so realistic. And I love the authentic reborns because the artist does such a beautiful job. Most of them. Now, I have seen some authentic reborns that was painted in a manner that I wouldn't have them. I wouldn't give you $10 for them, probably. But whenever, the artist is good at what she's doing, she or he, and can bring alive that kit, I love authentic reborns. But I have in the past, and I do right now, have some replicas, or I have one replica left. I've had several in the past and sold them or gave them away. But some of those replicas that I received when purchasing them looked more reborn like than some of the, the factory dolls. Now, not reborns, but factory dolls. And I have no realm whatsoever, no anything against someone having a replica, because I have in my possession right now, I have a replica. It's one of the twins, twin A or twin B, I can't remember which one it is. But I get them confused which one is which. But I have that in my, I have that now in my collection. And I love it as well as I do the authentic reborns. I love it. But my question about all of this is, and it was brought out in that video, where does these sculptors get their kits manufactured? Now, they don't make their own vinyl kits. There's no way they could keep up with the demand. So, once they sculpt and create a sculpt and a pattern for a kit, they have to send that somewhere. They have to get someone to mass produce the kit. So the kits are factory made. They're not handmade individually every kit. They are factory made. So a kit is factory made. The bodies are factory made, whether they're full vinyl or whether they're cloth. They are factory made. So my question is, where are these sculptors, these artists that sculpt this kit? Where are they getting their kits manufactured? If you are sending it outside of the United States to get it manufactured, then don't complain about them being replicas made of that. I buy from the big country overseas. I do. I buy from them because, guys, if I can support an American business, I do my best to support it. But don't go to Walmart and buy anything. Don't go to Target and buy anything. Don't buy anything from Amazon. Don't buy anything from the Dollar Tree or Dollar General or any other store in the United States. Why? Because the majority, if not all, of what's in that store comes from the big country overseas. So, are you using an American-made manufacturer to manufacture your kits? If you're not, then don't complain about replicas. Don't complain about replicas, because other countries does not have the same rules and regulations as the U.S. And the U.S. don't have the same rules and regulations that other countries have. And don't claim that people are stealing, and don't claim that the people in the U.S. that is buying from other countries and buying replicas, don't claim that they are buying stolen stuff and that they're terrible people and that they're taking from the artist. If you're that concerned about people taking from you, then don't manufacture your dolls outside your kits, your sculpts outside of the U.S. Like I said, other countries has other rules and regulations, and they can change up just a little bit of something on that kit and it be considered their own, because just a little bit of something is different than the original kit. So therefore it's not considered someone else's kit because they changed a little bit of something on it. It might be so slight that you would have to have both the original and the replica side by side, and you'd have to really search to find it. But they can just change some little something and it be considered their own kit. So guys, sculptors, artists, paint artists, where does your paints come from? There are replicas of everything. There's not hardly one thing made that there's not a replica of it. Not everybody has all kind of money. And even if someone had the money to buy an authentic reborn, they might feel like that instead of buying one doll, and you might say, well, you would have the original, you would have an authentic. Like I said, guys, some of those replicas looks hand painted. Some of them are gorgeous. So a person that don't have a lot of money, even if they could save up the amount for one authentic, they may feel like, well, I could get 2 or more replicas and have more dolls for the price that I would pay for one. When I first started and I understand things has changed since I first started collecting. I understand prices has went up, but guys, I've went on Bountiful Baby and McPherson's, and I've seen the kits. I've looked up kits and the prices of them, and some of them are pretty expensive. Some of them is over $100, and I don't recall ever seeing one that was over $200, but I have seen a couple of kits that was over $100 for the kit. So I understand that once you buy the kit, you buy the bodies, you buy the filling, you buy all that, then you buy your paints, but you don't just paint one doll with those paints. But anyway, you buy your paints, you put your time and energy into painting that kit. I understand that you might need $250 to $300 once you get that baby made. But guys, I would not spend $800 for an authentic silicone baby, and they do run higher than vinyl dolls. I'm sure not going to spend $800 for a vinyl kit, a vinyl authentic reborn. I'm not going to do that. I could get bukus of dolls with that amount of money. I think that price is totally ridiculous. I understand everything's higher. I understand you put your time and energy into it, and it takes time to reborn a baby and to paint it authentically and realistically and all of that. I understand all that, but I don't understand $800 for the vinyl cloth bodied kits. I don't. I've seen a vinyl babies. I've seen a couple of them that was over $1,000. You can't tell me that you even have half that much put into that doll. But if you did have $500 in that doll before you painted it, that's way on up there. That's a big profit. And I understand that there are some artists that are awesome. And I love their work. But as much as I love, and y'all probably recall and remember the artist that I just totally love her work. She makes her babies look vintage, old-fashioned. As much as I love her work, I will not pay $800 or $1,000 for a reborn. I'm sorry. And she has some that are that price. I don't see it. So saying all of that, my main thing here is we're going to have a long video, guys. I told you I can't do Rockin' with Becca without it being long. But my question here is, where do you have your kits manufactured? And if you have them manufactured outside of the U.S., do not complain about replicas, because there's going to be, it's a possibility there'll even be replicas of it if you had it manufactured in the U.S. So, that being said, I think y'all need to rethink what you've done. The doll show, doll expo, world expo, whatever the name of it is. You've hurt your artist by blocking these people and banning them from the show. You've hurt your artist, because there was a lot of people that were going to be going that was going to spend some money. And because you won't allow them in, you're doing the very thing that you're claiming they're doing by having replicas. You're hurting your artist that paid to come in there and be able to display and sell their dolls. You hurt them. You took money away from them. But that's your business. That's your business. That's what you want to do. So my thing here is quit complaining about replicas, because it's ridiculous. There's going to be replicas of any and everything that is ever made. There's going to be replicas. Sorry. It's just life. And to discriminate against someone for having a replica is so un-American. So un-American. That being said, there's another little topic that I want to discuss about that. That was not mentioned in that video that I saw. And there was one video made where the person was talking against what the Doll Expo had done. They were standing for people that had replicas. It was, but in their talk, I felt like they were out of place in what they said. And I feel like it was a very serious accusation that they addressed. But they was saying that the Doll Expo was discriminating against people of color. I don't think that was the case. I don't think that's what they were doing here. I don't think people of color is what they were targeting. I feel like they were discriminating against those who had replicas and supported and was friends of those that had replicas, whether they had them or not, no matter what color they were, because I saw all colors doing videos against, about being banned from the Facebook group. It wasn't just one color. There was Caucasian. There was Mexicans. There was, if that's the way you call that, I hope I'm not offending anyone. I don't know the right term for that. But there were African Americans. There was people of all colors that I saw videos of. So I don't think the owners of the Doll Expo was discriminating against people of color. I don't think that was it at all. And but I do feel like they were discriminating against people that owned or supported replicas, and I think that was all they were discriminating against, even though they were discriminating against that. So I did want to mention that. I don't think it had anything to do with discriminating against people of color. But I talked more intensely on the part against, discriminating against people with replicas, because that's the main part of this situation. But I did want to address that situation also. I don't think that was appropriate or right to say that, because like I said, those all colors that were banned from the group. So anyway, that's basically what I had to say today. Maybe it won't be quite as long. Maybe this video won't be over an hour today like it usually is, but I did want to come on and discuss that. I also want to remind you that if you have a topic you would like for me to talk about, even if it's something I would have to learn about or ask your opinion, it doesn't mean that I know the answer or know all about it just because I discussed that topic. A lot of times we discuss topics to learn more things. So if you have anything about the doll hobby or any kind of topic in that area that you would like for us to have a discussion about, any kind of questions, leave it in the comment below. I'll write them down, as I've said many times. And then I'll take one question at a time and we'll talk about it on Rocking with Becca. That gives me ideas and something to talk about when I come on here instead of boring you to death like I probably did today. So, something you're interested in, something you would like to, a topic concerning the doll hobby that you would like to discuss or like to, find out. Because when I discuss it and tell about it, then you in the comments, y'all feel free to interact with each other. Put your uh, thoughts about the topic in there, and then other people can answer you. And it's a way of communicating between each other and maybe learning more about a situation that we don't know, or don't know about or whatever. So, or if you have any questions for me personally, um, leave them in the comments and I will address one question each. It's Rocking with Becca. Now, guys, I didn't mention this last week. I was kind of just getting back into Rocking with Becca. My thoughts were that I wasn't going to do Rocking with Becca, but I had put up a poll asking if you would like for Rocking with Becca to continue or not. And I had yes or no, with the yeses won out. I had 90-something%. I think it was like 97, 98% for it. So I just popped on last week. Didn't really have anything thought out about what I was going to do. And ended up being over an hour. I think I talked about my health last week. So, what was I getting at? The reason I was saying that. Oh, I don't know if I would do Rocking with Becca every Saturday. I did come on today because I had this on my mind I wanted to talk about. But I may just do Rocking with Becca every other Saturday. Or if something special comes up, I may do 2 Saturdays in a row. But for right now, I'm going to try it for every other Saturday. And unless I feel like I can't do without it. Because I do miss it when I don't do it. And I was so hoping everybody wanted it to continue. Because I really enjoy doing it. But I do need your help for topics. So I don't bore you. But anyway, guys, please leave in the comments below some topics or questions for me or whatever. And just know if I don't do one next week, then that's my week off. If I can make myself not do it, you know what I'm saying, or if there's a topic that I'm really excited about talking about that somebody may leave, a comment for me to talk about, I may go ahead and do it next week. We'll just see. But if I don't do a Rocking with Becca, then that'll be my week off. But I do so enjoy it. I feel like I'm sitting down with friends talking when I do this video, and I have to admit it's hard for me to miss it. To not do it. I really enjoy doing it. But anyway, I'm going to let y'all go, and like I said, I'm expecting some surprises, and not surprise to me, because I know it's what it is, but I have several videos that I'm going to be doing. Hopefully maybe another 1 or 2 today, if my body and mind will keep it up with it and allow it, or if the item arrives. It hadn't arrived yet. But anyway, come back every day. You never know what fun things is going to be going on my video. I hope you've been enjoying the outfit of the day, where I'm putting the babies in their original outfits, my manufactured dolls. I hope you've been enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying doing it. I don't know why. It was just something I wanted to do. And I am getting so much joy and pleasure out of doing it. And it's really fun when I come across one of my babies that maybe I got from an individual that they don't have their original outfits. It's been fun putting together their own little outfit, their own little ensemble that I'm going to put away in the original bag to have just for that baby. It's been fun doing that. It has been so fun. And I hope y'all have enjoyed it as much as I have. Alright, guys, I'm going to get off of here, and hopefully I'll see you in another one later on today. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, guys, have a wonderful day, and I will talk with you later. Bye.